Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. It is a Saturday night filled with NBA odds, and after bouncing back in a big way last night, going 3-0 against the spread and in our totals, I am here once again with a couple of more NBA picks for your Saturday evening, and I have a couple of big ones on tonight, starting with a little bit of lesser marquee names of the two here tonight between the Mavericks and the Washington Wizards, when the Mavs come in as a 6.5-point favorite, total of 207 tonight. Now, after Washington played last night and had a tough loss to the New Orleans Pelicans, they travel over to Dallas now. And Washington dealing with some injury concerns. Bradley Beal missed last night's game. They still have a couple of reserve big men down and could be questionable. All three of those guys could be questionable for tonight's game. Whereas the Mavericks are rested 5-4 against the spread on the year at home this year. And Bradley Beal once again misses again, and some of these Wizards big men are down again. I think the Mavericks easily a very, very good play here at home. They've already beaten the Wizards once this year. About a week ago in Washington pretty handily. I think they can do the same here tonight with the Wizards tired off the back-to-back. I am going to lay the points here with the Mavericks minus 6.5. Now, the big game tonight is obviously the Warriors. Anytime they're on, it's probably the biggest game of the night. They're in Milwaukee tonight. Both of these teams coming off back-to-backs last night. Of course, the Warriors, huge double overtime win against the Boston Celtics in the Garden last night, now having to travel all the way to Milwaukee. Milwaukee was in Toronto, so they had a little bit of shorter flight, but still they had a tough loss against the Raptors last night. And the Bucks come in as an 8.5-point home underdog here. Total of 206.5. Now, Draymond Green played 50 minutes last night with double overtimes. Steph Curry played 47 minutes. They are definitely going to be tired, and potentially without Klay Thompson again. I think that means that the Milwaukee Bucks are a play here at plus 8.5. The Bucks and Warriors have both been very, very good plays coming off of the back-to-back so far this season. The Bucks are 5-0 against the spread off back-to-backs. Warriors 5-1 against the spread off the back-to-back. But if you think about it, this is kind of the Bucks Super Bowl, and I think they're going to cover here. I think for you guys that are a little more risk tolerant here, I think potentially thinking the upset could happen here and taking the money line on the Milwaukee Bucks here, because this is basically the biggest Bucks game of the year. And even off the back-to-back, obviously they've been very good. Jason Kidd's gonna have them up for the game. This is the type of game that I predicted that I think the Warriors would finally lose in. It'd be off the back-to-back somewhere where they're tired, maybe down a guy here potentially. This is the spot where it could happen here. But I think taking the points is by far the safest bet of the evening. So Bucks plus 8.5, Mavs minus 6.5. Those are your NBA picks of the day. Best of luck to you on both of those, and I will see you back here tomorrow as well. Make sure you check out my play on the Pelicans and Bulls tonight as well. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.